Hi, Jacqueline Phillips here from Women's Council of Realtors Lake Pointe. I'm with Rick Linnell of Linnell and Associates. He is one of our diamond level sponsors this year. Thank you so much, Rick. We really appreciate you. And I'm here at his office today in Kego Harbor. Rick, what made you want to become a real estate attorney?
Well, I would say I wanted to become an attorney because, well, my mother said I was so argumentative when I was a little kid that she said, you should be a lawyer. But my real love of being an attorney and really my love of real estate started when I was in college. Had some friends whose parents were attorneys, and it sounded sort of interesting, and a close friend of mine was going to go to law school. So I decided, well, I think that's for me. And when I got to law school, I said, I like this. I do like the argument part, but I do like understanding what the other side wants, what their position is, and how to possibly get the best result from my side. And then I got my first summer job with a real estate development firm, and that's really what cinched my love of real estate.
Well, I have to say, I've had some clients use Rick, and he got us a fantastic outcome, the best we could possibly imagine. It took us a little while and quite a few hurdles, but you were amazing for them. So for me, I would say he who hires Rick first wins, or at least that's been my experience. What else, though, really sets you apart? I know that you helped to write the Con Ed for the state, for realtors, and we really appreciate everything that you do for that.
Well, I would tell you what I think sets our firm apart maybe from others is the background. First of all, I worked for a real estate development firm for 10 years. I was a real estate developer, building commercial and residential properties and developing them. And so I have a real understanding of the whole continuum of how a real estate transaction works and the various aspects of it. Not that there aren't very good real estate attorneys out there. There are a lot of them. But not many would have that background of actually being on the ground, boots on the ground, so to speak, real estate involvement. And so it allows us to really analyze transactions, or when things go wrong, to analyze them and really determine what's the best outcome that we can achieve. We don't always have the winning position. We're not that fortunate. The facts aren't always favorable. But it's really understanding what the facts are, what the law says, and what is the best outcome that really can be achieved based on a particular situation.
Well, and I appreciate your honesty. I've had some clients call, and Rick was really honest with them and told them they probably didn't have the best chance of winning their case, so they decided to settle, and that was really helpful as well. Sometimes it's the cases that you don't take that also help people with, doing the right thing and saving money. So
exactly. We've been very fortunate. Our business is almost run entirely from referrals. And part of getting a referral is you want to make sure you do your best work. And part of your best work is being open and honest up front. Telling somebody, oh, I think you have a good position. They hire you, they pay you money, only to lose. People are disappointed. And so it's better to be upfront, straightforward, and luckily with our experience we're able to, because sometimes if you don't have the experience, you just aren't sure what might happen. And that's not to say we always know what's going to happen, but because we're so laser focused on real estate and corporate, probate, and estate planning issues, which are all really intertwined, that focus really allows us to have that level of knowledge of what judges do, how they're going to actually interpret a law. Will a controlling case be followed by a particular court, etc.? And that's, I think, that's our big benefit.
Well, Rick, I think you guys were already well long established with Women's Council whenever I started poking my head around there 8 or 9 years ago. So what brought you to Women's Council?
Well, it's something I've said many times before, but it never gets old for me. Someone introduced me to Women's Council, and I went to a few events, and what I saw was mostly women, although I see a decent amount of men, but mostly women dedicated to their craft, dedicated to being a professional, dedicated themselves to lifting up other newer agents. There was a component in which people would give back by charitable endeavors, and it reminded me of my mother. My mother was a very successful business person with her own nonprofit.
I love that.
And that, I said, this is exactly the way my mom did things. And of course, I love my mother dearly. And I saw that in many, many members of Women's Council, and that made it where, yes, it's good for work, but it also was enjoyable to be around people that had those kinds of thoughts and aspirations about their own success, but other people's success, and for those that aren't as fortunate.
Well, Rick, we are so grateful for you to be a diamond level sponsor, not only this year, but all the years that you've helped with Women's Council. And again, he also helps us with our education at the state level, so we are so thankful for that. In Women's Council, we really are about the education and giving back. This is really our year of the give back. We're providing lunch and learns with our diamond level partners so that our women, our men, all of our Realtor members can get that education. So where some are going to struggle this year, we hope to provide you the right tools to help you succeed. And leaders are made here at Women's Council. Thank you, Rick, for all you do. And thank you, members. If you are interested in becoming a member or strategic partner of Women's Council of Realtors, you can always reach out to me or any one of our board members. Thank you so much.
Thank you.